I've been steampunked. Oh, right in the wallet!
How's it going, everybody? I am the Dragon, as always, and I'm hopping into this MMO, a free-to-play MMO called Trove. Now, Trove has been available to be played for quite some time, though apparently just officially launched on June 9th. A little bit of marketing words on Trove. It's an open-ended voxel adventure through countless realms filled with quests, chests, and enemies, great and small. Explore and create your way through fully buildable and destructible worlds where your next discovery is always around the corner, under the surface, or over the crafting table. So, it's kind of like MMO Minecraft-y, but it seems lacking in a lot of ways. One of which is here queued. Estimated wait is less than a minute. Previously, earlier in the day when I tried to connect, that wait was 30 minutes, and it only increased. Went to 29, then back to 30, then 29 again. So I reconnected later on that day. Now, I have had this game since it was available early to play, where you had to pay in order to get that early access, and I completely forgot that I had it and didn't play it really at all. I created a character, apparently, because when I started it today, I launched right into that character in a world I was completely unfamiliar with. So it looks like we're finally getting in here. There we are. Oh my god. Frame chuggy. Frame chuggy, frame chuggy, frame chuggy. So this here is what's called the hub world. And the hub world has a lot of options. You can see all these different players, and there are, you know, shops and things like that you'll find in the hub world. Now, the main adventuring portals is all located in this tower right here. Now, I'm gonna run up here because I've been basically just following the instructions on the top right there. I am in the Adept portal for levels 4 and 5, as I believe my character is level 4 right now. Once you drop into that world, you are in a completely new place, and it's always a completely new place. Now, as you can see around here, it seems that we've got this impassable wall that someone has amusingly, in famous Looney Tunes fashion, painted a cave on the wall. Don't be fooled. It's not a cave. It's players digging out around the portal warp-in area. Now, as you can see here, we're in this whole different world. There are many different worlds in which you may spawn. There, as near as I can tell, every time you jump into one of those portals, you are in a different world. If I were to go back to the hub world and then re-enter the Adept portal, I would not be in this same place in which I find myself presently. Now, my goal here is to complete more dungeons, but before we go off and do that, let's talk about the game a little bit. Now, my character is what is called a Dracolite, and I like it because, hey, you know, I am the dragon after all, and I like dragony things. So I've got my little dragon buddy there who floats by my side. And here's the equipment that I have so far. Apparently I'm level 6, so I'm a little bit higher level for this area. And of course we've got a mount and my costume and things like that, and slots for various other things, which I assume I will encounter and receive later on in the game. Now, there is not a narrative here. There is not a narrative at all. There is no story to tell. There is nothing. Here's, oh, hey, there's a bad guy. You know, you run around and you kill things. Now, the driving force that I've been following is that notification in the top right corner. Which kind of gives you some amount of guidance. As you can see, it's currently asking me to complete more dungeons. I've completed 1 of 3 in order to receive my experience points, I believe, or whatever that little 1,000 is, and you know, move on to the next kind of little objective there. As you can see, there's a global chat, which you'll find more irritating than helpful at all times. And sometimes a little racist. Won't lie, sometimes a little racist. But here we'll kind of venture forth through the world, and let's actually take a look at the map here. So here's the map of the surrounding area. Each of those towers is a dungeon. The dungeons can be completed within a matter of seconds, really. So let's go and try and take one of these dungeons on. Now, here's another baddie who, if I'm not mistaken, do it again. I think he throws his head at you, essentially. Yeah, come on. As you can see, they don't pose much of a threat, though you see some of their attacks can cause damage to the surrounding areas. Oh yeah, and something that I neglected to kind of outline, here's your mount. You hit Z to mount up. I've got my little basic mount, nice in all of his voxely glory. And let's just hop in here and kill some things. So the goal is to slay the Death Knight. Now, these guys don't do a lot of damage. As you can see, I have in the bottom left corner there, Diablo-style health bar. That gives me an idea of how damaged I am. And I have potions there mapped to my Q key. The others, of course, are... I'll just heal up there. The other things there, of course, are other abilities that I have. My right mouse button, or M2 on that bar. Oh, geez, it's him. That's my objective, is that dude right there. So, let's kill him in dragon fashion. There we go. Now I'm a giant dragon. And that's why I like being a Dracolite. And it confuses this dude because he thinks I'm an enemy. So, I have just... And he just stole my treasure. So that's a real thing. Well, maybe not. He opened my treasure, but I took the objects. I imagine that there must be some sort of loot protection or something like that. Anyway, what was I saying? That's right. So there, we've completed a dungeon. That's that. There was no real motivation or impetus. There was no story. There was no dialogue. There was absolutely nothing to guide you on the way. Just basically a little sign in the top right corner that said, defeat the Black Knight. And so, who are we to question that? That's exactly what we did. Now, one little tip that I'll give people is... run around on a mount, absolutely. And when you're running around on a mount, run over all of the little terrain. As you can see here, I destroy the grass as I run over it. And in doing so, I actually get some of the world's currency. And sometimes you'll get bombs and things like that. But when you're traveling from point A to point B, it's a good, easy, quick way to pick up random things. And that actually includes these stumps. You just run right into it and it pops into something. So here we have a sign with a question mark on it, and that is what's called a cornerstone. It is essentially your personal home base. So we'll hop in here, like if I hit that, it builds what I have built as my cornerstone. So this is a thing that I have created. I know, it's patchworky as shit, and, looks really ugly, but usually a default cornerstone only contains this little house right here with the red roof portion and with these sections out in the roof of that house and nothing else. So I built around the entire perimeter. And this is where you can place things like your crafting benches and your rejuvenation station. A rejuvenation station, since I used a potion, I can use this now. It just refills your potions, simple as that. Now here I can craft rings. That's a normal novice crafting bench. I don't know why I need two of them, but I had one in my inventory for some reason, probably because I accidentally made one when I started playing the game, who knows when. Now, the barbershop, of course, and so you can adjust the way your character looks. in my little house here, I have another novice crafting bench, an adventurer's crafting bench, which allows me to craft more complex items. Like, let's see, I can actually craft a class changer and change my class from Dracolite if I want to, which brings me to a point regarding characters. This is my character. This is my only character. This is the only character I can have. You see, there are not multiple character slots. Once you create a character, there is no way to delete it. It is tied to your account, and you can simply change classes or change appearance as you see fit as you play the game. You will not be running multiple characters without multiple accounts, and I'm not entirely certain what Trion's policy is on multiple accounts. So here we've got a little loot collector, and once you go into the loot collector, this is, so like, when I'm done, oh wow, that's actually uncommon and has a lot of stars. I don't know if I'll be tearing that apart. Actually, I may as well, because it's not very good compared to what I currently have. So we'll go ahead and drag this over here, and we'll see it gives me flux. Now, flux is a crafting material that is necessary for a lot of things. Let's see. So basically, I'll go through. Ooh, that's nice. I'll go through my inventory and drag over the things that I am not going to be using. Now, if you're particularly attached to the look of any of these things, fret not. For once you click accept here, you can see this is the loot that we placed. But you'll see components collected includes all that loot. Not quite. See, these are styles. And that means that once I click accept, yes, I now have turned all those into flux, and I've collected those styles. So let's bring up my character again here. You can see, similarly to Starbound and Terraria and things like that, you have your equipped stuff, and then you have the visual, the aesthetic. So if I don't want my weapon looking like this bulbous thing that it currently looks like, I can click here, and all the things that I have crafted, all the things that I've broken down into flux, are available here. So I can still use them as a skin. And I'll show you how that looks here. Let's go with that questing Lightseeker. Just a normal little staff. I don't know why I would do that. Got what looks like a pitchfork, or maybe a pitchfork, a fork, a tine of temptation, apparently. Geomancer's Grandeur. These are, they're all organized by category and things like that. So let's, I kind of like how Geomancer's Grandeur looks. It looks kind of neat. So let's just go ahead and leave that on. And there we go. So there's still a lot of this game that I haven't explored. I would find it very intriguing, and I find it very, very interesting, and would like to spend a lot more time with it, and do intend on spending a lot more time with it. But things like frequent disconnects and waiting queues when logging in have prevented me from exploring it to the degree that I would like. Have a fix, we feel confident. Okay, so apparently that may have been a problem only for today. And actually, very well-timed announcement as I was just griping about the frequent disconnects that I have been encountering. So I assume that that is what that is referring to. So we may have a restart pretty soon here. Yeah, as you can see in global chat, OMG, not again. Things of that nature. So we'll probably have a restart shortly, and then I'll have to kind of start over, but I'll at least start or try to talk about the mining element. So once you hit tab, you go transparent, and you can start selecting. And we're now in crafting mode. Now, beware, because you can still be attacked in crafting mode. But as you can see over here, it looks like some minerals. Oh, never mind. We're being attacked by this guy. just kill him real quick. There we go. Done and done. So we'll go back into crafting mode, and you hold down right click, and you just kind of destroy the terrain around you and pick up resources and things like that. So this works on everything that I've seen so far, aside from certain protected blocks within dungeons proper, which makes complete sense. But can lead to some very interesting unintended bugs. Like a bit ago, I came into an area and found a hole in the terrain that seemed to lead to a cavern. Now, it looked like it was a player-made cavern, as opposed to one that occurred naturally. And I ventured into this cavern and found myself around the base of unbreakable blocks. And I could see the name tags and highlighted players within that dungeon, so I knew that something was going on in there. And as they beat the boss in that, I just got a hamburger, and it's a hat. Okay. As they defeated the boss, while I was within a certain range of them underneath the dungeon proper, I received credit, experience, and items for the kill because the game assumed that I was with them in a group. So that's kind of, I'm sure, unintended effect of the level of freedom that they give you. Now, you may be wondering what this big X is. That is the dungeon that I just cleared. That big X indicates to other players that this dungeon has been completed. So I'm not sure what the respawn timer is on any of these dungeons or anything like that. Hopefully it is short, but that gives you a big notification. But what's interesting is you see the X's on the map as well. And you'll find that the X's on the map are not necessarily as accurate as the X's that you encounter in the world proper. So let's venture forth. Actually, let's see. Probably the closest one was the one in this direction. So as you can see, dungeons also show up on your compass at the top of your screen, and you can just follow that in a direction. I'm not sure when they decide to pop in. I think they tend to just show you whatever the nearest dungeon is, or the nearest few. Like, there has to be a range around you, I'm sure, at which they decide to display those dungeons on your compass there. There is no need to jump up one block. So as you can see, you auto-walk up them like steps. Oh my, that was an interesting glitch. And we're being chased by little Viking Skelly man. Let's see. So there is a dungeon. There's a dungeon. And it appears that there is not a red X above it. So let's try and get in here and apparently slay the Fungal King. And this will be my third dungeon. Hopefully I can get this completed before... hey, it's a rare staff. Before they restart the server. So, as you can see, sometimes the colors are a little bland and they just kind of mash together and you're not really sure where to go. But a little walking around and whatnot and getting used to that element clears things up pretty quickly. Hey, another rare thing. We'll kill these dudes, these little specter thingies. For some reason, have sworn allegiance to the Fungal King. And there we see the Fungal King. It's Toad gone wrong. And as you can see, I'm not taking a lot of damage. It's kind of a little kid's thing. I'm going to turn into a big dragon, and I'm going to attack him that way. Just because it's fun. I like turning into a dragon. There we go. So, there's our third. And we attack to open up the chest, grab our loot. Come on, let's grab our loot. Deploying now, we'll restart manually at 11:25 Pacific time. So that is in about half an hour. And once you clear a dungeon, this portal shows up, and you take this portal to the front of the dungeon, which in this case, and maybe it has to do with the level I am right now and how I'm not very far into the game, but it's not. It's pointless. It doesn't take you very far. I mean, these dungeons aren't huge, vast, expansive things. And there's that X that I was talking about. So now I have a new direction of guidance for which to level. More loot collection. Use the loot collector to gain the styles of and earn flux for 2 more pieces of loot. Now that's very easy, as you saw me do it before. I do have some new loot that I am going to want to equip before I do that, because I don't think I'm going to want to destroy them. Some of that actually looked pretty good. And I can't remember where I placed my cornerstone, so I'm just gonna hop over here and place another one. And it just grows right there. Looked like maybe a dude got caught up in that somehow, but I think we're good. So we'll hop in here. Yep, everything looks fine. And we can go to this loot collector. Oh wait, first I wanted to take a look at... That looked like it was good, and certainly it definitely appears good. So we'll put that on. And now I look super spooky. Let's see, verdant veneer. It's not good enough. That looks good. Epic, even. Though no stars. That is interesting. And here's someone who has wandered into my little area here. Now let's equip that. And let's see, verdant veneer, quartz spire, doesn't look very interesting. Some of the stuff that I have here is not... Yeah, so it looks like I've got plenty of stuff to destroy there. Yeah, you can get out of my house now, dude. Yeah, you can't do that. It's my house. Mario YTB. Smile. You're on YouTube. Dumbass. So, apparently, this is not a PvP game. That's something that I had not, for certain, determined yet. Maybe there are PvP areas, I don't really know, but the level of griefing seems to be very low as a result. Let's see here. We'll do all these because I don't need any of them. What are you? Oh yeah, the big whopping burger. While entertaining, I don't think it's necessary. And there we go. Let's go ahead and click accept there. Take our flux and our skins, and we finish that style up. Now that you've collected more styles, choose another one. Press C, then click this small icon below an equipment slot. So yeah, like we haven't learned this enough already. Done. I'm gonna keep the skin of the current weapon that I have. Enter the elite world. So now I have moved on to the elite world. Now this scepter, while its description suggests calls down anything from light showers to raging thunderstorms, it doesn't seem to do any of that. I always shoot fire. Always shoot fire. Unless maybe one does it. Nope, that just drops something that I have yet to deter. Oh, okay, it's a little firebomb. And 2 makes me grow into a big dude. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Now, everything that's made on your cornerstone block transfers over and continues on anywhere you place your cornerstone. That includes pits. So I made this little spiral pit that goes down in order to collect some blocks with which to build. And that has remained there. However, ooh, got some crazy frame chunk there. Hey, look. I decided to test the boundaries. Now, when I built these walls, I built them around what appeared to be the boundary of the cornerstone. And I then went ahead and built off of each corner a few little spires just to see if that would carry over. And as you can see, they are not here, so they will not carry over. Anything outside of this square will not carry over. So, just so you know, there are limits. White Tiger Kingdom are throwing a party. A portal to their world has appeared in the hub. I don't have any idea what that means. So, that is basically what Trove has been for me so far. I am going to keep playing and probably stream some if there's some interest in that, and learn more about this world, because it seems like there is a lot that I have yet to encounter and learn about. So yeah, check us out on Twitch. The Twitch channel there should be a link in the description to the Twitch channel, and I will most likely be streaming more of this game from here on out. So I'll see you later.